So let's come to then the main topic. And as I said, I will largely examine this topic from manufacturing perspective. So let's begin with basically defining quality in the context of manufacturing. So in the context of manufacturing, quality is the degree to which a process, product, or service satisfies a specified set of attributes or requirements. Now, these expectations, specifications, or requirements are coming by consulting the customers. So in the end, if customers' expectations are being met, then quality is high. If customer expectations are not being met, then quality is low. So that's the notion of quality that we will use basically throughout this presentation. So you can think about, delivery of products at a very high level, 3 stages. You design something, you manufacture it, and then you inspect it. And then if the device that you manufactured passes inspection, then you can pass it on to the customer. Now, quality issues can be addressed at all 3 stages. So, for example, you could not worry about quality during design, not worry about quality during manufacturing. Use inspection to figure it out. What products are meeting the quality, what products are not meeting the quality. Anything which is not meeting the quality, you don't ship. Anything which meets the quality, you ship it to the customer. Now, you can do that, but this will be a very expensive process and cause a lot of wastage because your manufacturing could be producing a lot of defects. So then what you could do is that you can say, okay, I will exercise quality control during manufacturing. So I'll make sure that my manufacturing process is under control and therefore number of defects are not very high. So that start now bringing in basically quality consideration during manufacturing. So this is better than purely relying on inspection to deliver quality. However, if your design is poor and it is challenging the manufacturing process, then exercising quality control during manufacturing is also going to be expensive because now you have to use very expensive machines. You have to often do rework. So that will also be challenging. Quality is actually best addressed during design. So when you're designing something, you want to make sure that whatever quality issues can come up, you try to address them during the design stage. And if you can successfully do that, then that's the most effective way of addressing the quality. So what I mean by that is that during design stage, you think about how this thing is going to be manufactured. Don't select the specifications of the part which will pose challenges for manufacturing. And therefore, your manufacturing now can be significantly cost effective. Make sure that your design is such that it will easily deliver the expected performance. If there are redundancies that need to be built, you build those during the design stage. That way, you would not be rejecting a large number of components during inspection. So if you design things the right way and you think about quality during the design, then you will be able to basically create a very high quality product, which will be cost effective as well and meet your customers' expectations. So if you think about design, manufacturing, and inspection, obviously, your quality consideration at the design will have a huge payoff and keep your manufacturing cost and your rejection by inspection under check. And therefore, overall, your product is going to be cost effective. Now, you definitely want to use quality control during manufacturing. You definitely want to deploy quality testing during inspection, but you really want to design quality into the product during design. And that's our perspective from manufacturing. Now, quality, we have discussed it before, that is going to have a huge impact on profit. Now, products that do not meet customers' quality expectations will lead to a wide variety of problems. Often product get recalled, then you have to basically sometimes provide customers with a replacement products or some other compensations. Then you have to go back and repair the product. If your product has recall, often product demand drops, which then hurts your overall profit. And then, of course, there's the damage to your brand reputation. So all of these things are a major problem. And therefore, all manufacturing enterprises really want to put out quality products. So in the design, what goes on? There's, of course, functionality and performance issues. So you want to make sure that your product functions as you have promised your customers and delivers the performance which customers are expecting. But then you have to worry about a whole board of issues which are related to quality. So design for manufacturing, you don't want to find out that you have selected a process which is going to have quality issues during manufacturing. You will not be able to meet your specs. You have to reject large number of parts, or you have to perform a lot of rework. All of that is going to have major problems for your cost. And therefore, you want to think about manufacturing during design. Similarly, when you assemble a product, if the product is difficult to assemble, then you will make mistakes, a lot of rework. If assembly is challenging, then it may lead to all sorts of functional problems with the product, may lead to failures that will have, again, negatively impact your quality. Therefore, you want to think about how I'm going to assemble it right during the design stage. If there are humans involved, then you want to really think about mistake proofing, because people might make mistakes. So you have to think it through. What kind of mistakes humans might make? How do I make sure that those mistakes people cannot make it? Because if people make mistakes, and again, it's going to have huge negative impact on quality. A lot of times people are interested in using automation, because automation then give you that consistency in quality. But then if you don't design the product the right way, you will not be able to do automation. So design for automation is something that you have to, again, start thinking about right at the design stage. We are living in a world where environment is in everybody's mind. Everybody is worried about climate issues. So design for sustainability is extremely important. You have to think about the entire life cycle of the product. Can you refurbish it? Can you reuse it? Can you effectively recycle it? So again, that has to be addressed in the design stage, because if you designed a product without thinking about these things, then it will be very difficult to make sure that your products are meeting your sustainability goals. And nowadays, sustainability goals are, closely tied to customers' perception of quality. Now, virtually every company uses supply chain to basically finish their product. There's nothing out there which is a completely vertically. Everybody's going to source some parts. And therefore, you have to worry about supply chain, because if your supply chain creates problem for you, whether it be counterfeits or they delivering you substandard component, ultimately it becomes your quality problem. So you have to worry about supply chain issues. Now, reliability is what every customer expects from products. So if you don't think about reliability, then again, customers' perception of quality would be not very good. And increasingly, we are seeing that you have to take proactive measures to make sure that counterfeits can be prevented. So all of these things are basically will play a role as you are designing it. that you have to think about all of these different topics to make sure that you can deliver people something which they will consider to be a high quality product. So what I will do now would be walk through some of these concepts and what is being done in this space to give you some ideas how people think about these aspects during design stage, and hopefully it can give you some inspiration that how you can take these ideas and think about quality by design in the healthcare space. So in summary, what I would like to say is the following, that quality has to be addressed during design. This is the major lesson from the manufacturing community. And the principles that we have been paying attention to is simplify design, reduce complexity of your manufacturing operation, ensure resilience of supply chain, reduce the environmental impact, and reduce time to market. So all of these are ingredients which basically help us then deliver high quality product by thinking about the quality issues during the design. So with that, I would like to conclude. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you found this information useful.